Hey, what's good? I'm Sadia, and in this video I'm going to check out the GA420 Action Cam. I mainly got this to use as a backup dash cam whilst mine was temporarily out of use, but also to record driving videos at different angles, but no doubt it will come to use for some action shots at some point as well. As the box shows, it can record in 4K at 60 frames per second. It's waterproof with the case on, and it's got a dual screen display, which is very ideal and definitely a selling point. So let's get it open and see what's inside. As soon as you open it, you'll find some contact info for Wolfang. They're available on WhatsApp, which is handy for quick queries or support. First up, we've got the usual compliance information, a quick start guide which also shows everything you get in the box, plenty of mounting options there, and of course a user manual which is in a few different languages, including English, of course. Next up is the Action Cam itself, which is sitting in its waterproof case right now, as you can see. It's very convenient if you wanted to take it diving or when you're doing other water sports. The box also contains 2 batteries, both of which are rechargeable. It's always good to have a spare, so that's handy. And then there's this box, which made the main box feel a little heavy. You get all of these, plenty of mounting options for all sorts of scenarios for the car, your bike, helmet, you name it. It's got these rubber caps to protect the camera lens when it's not in use. And again, it's always good to have a spare one. To recharge the batteries, it comes with a USB-C cable. It also conveniently comes with an external mic, handy if you don't already have one. And then you've also got this remote control which lets you capture a photo as well as start or stop a video recording. That's what this strap is for, so you can wear it around your wrist whilst the camera is mounted wherever you have it. It saves you from having to mess with the camera once it's mounted. The other side of the quick start guide shows the various mounting options, which is really useful. Okay, now it's time to check out the camera. Let's take it out of the case, and here it is. So it's got the camera lens at the front, of course, alongside one of the screens. At the bottom you've got Wolfang's contact details if you need any support, but if you push and slide that part open, you'll see the battery and SD card compartment. You'll have to source your own SD card, by the way. I got the SanDisk High Endurance 128GB one. Make sure you get one that's class 10 or above to use with this. On the right hand side is the power and Wi-Fi button. The top holds the capture and mode buttons, and lastly the left hand side is where you'll find the micro HDMI port for connecting to a TV or monitor, and the USB-C port for charging the batteries. So there's a smaller screen at the front and a larger, almost full-size one at the back. Only one displays at a time, which kind of makes sense. You long press the mode button to switch between them. I really love how small it is. It fits nicely in the palm of my hands, which makes taking it out and about so easy and hassle free. You could even just fit it into a pocket. So nice and small. Alright, let's power it up. It first asks for your language. English it is. Next, you've got to set the date and the time. It's touchscreen, so it's very easy to use, and it's nice and responsive as well. And there you go, setup complete. How easy was that? There's no SD card in at the moment, so of course hitting the capture button won't work. Let's remove this plastic. That's better. If you tap on the bottom centre, this menu pops up. You can choose what type of video you want to record, normal, time-lapse, slow motion, etc. If you want to switch to photos instead, hit the mode button and it will change to a single 24 megapixel photo. Hitting settings takes you to the video menu where you can change the video resolution, turn off or on anti-shake, turn wind noise reduction on or off, and there are a couple more options to tweak. If you hit the gear icon, you'll see customer service info, settings for sounds on the camera, the ability to choose between narrow, medium or wide angle, diving mode, camera effects if you want, and driving mode, which is off for now but it'll be switched on once I mount it in the car. There's also the microphone. You can use the built-in one or connect an external mic like the one that came with it. Upside down mode on will be useful if you have to turn the camera upside down to mount it, and then there are a few more settings including formatting the SD card and checking how much free space you have left. The bottom is where you'll find the standard 1/4 inch thread slot. I bought this suction mount from Amazon to use in the car. It just twists on like so, but it also comes with a phone holder so you can mount your phone if you wanted to. Now that's on, let's get it in the car. But first, let's put driving mode on. So go to settings, scroll down and choose on. What driving mode does is it automatically starts recording whenever it has power. unlike a normal video where you'd have to hit the button to start the recording. I'm using the battery at the moment, but for really lengthy road trips, it makes sense to remove the battery and connect it with a USB-C cable instead. You'll get just over 2 hours on a single battery, at least that's what I got. Okay, so how good is the Action Cam as a dash cam? I can confirm that it's pretty damn good, during the day and at night as well. Watching the footage back, you can clearly read number plates and road signs. It's also got electronic image stabilization, so that helps minimize the shakiness. Here's 2 minutes of footage from the GA420 Action Cam in day and night before I wrap up with my final thoughts. Enjoy the music. Not bad, huh? So whilst I haven't yet had the chance to put the Action Cam to all of its uses, it's clear to see that it has a lot of potential. It would be very good for vlogging thanks to its dual screen, recording underwater thanks to its waterproof case, and for general recording too, whether you're driving, cycling, or just capturing your walk. The quality is very good, especially during the day. I really love how small it is. I can just put it in my pocket and take it with me wherever I go. It will make for a great camera when travelling for sure. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below, and as always, thank you for watching. Peace.